Bob Shaw. State your registry.
Shar Banya Howda, Banya Shroud.
Shar Banya Howda, Banya Shroud.
Yahaba Shemya Shar Bakathon.
Yahaba Shemya Shar Bakathon.
All right, blow the horn. Go ahead.
La Yashral.
La Yashral.
All right, everybody have a seat. All right, let's go ahead and get to Genesis 17. Oh, Salak. We gotta do the prayer, Salak. Everybody turn facing east.
It's the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, Abanawa. Shema Shemayim.
Shema Shemayim.
Kadash.
Kadash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakutka.
Malakutka.
Daba'ah.
Daba'ah.
Ratazaka.
Ratazaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Asha.
Baharataza.
Baharataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashem Hayam.
Bashem Mayam.
Latandanawa.
Latandanawa.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Kaw.
Kaw.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalatnanawa.
Wasalatnanawa.
Kabawatnanawa.
Kabawatnanawa.
Kasalatnanawa.
Kasalatnanawa.
Kabawatnanawa.
Kabawatnanawa.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Tabahananawa.
Tabahananawa.
Banasayawan.
Wanasayawan.
Abal.
Abal.
Hawashanawa.
Hawashanawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Ra.
Ra.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Hamalakwa.
Wahala.
Wahala.
Wahatapara.
Wahapara.
Lahawalaham.
Wahalaham.
Aman.
Aman.
The Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy kingdom come.
thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done
In earth,
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily
And
bread,
forgive us our debts.
and forgive us our
As
debts,
we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our
And
debtors.
lead us not into temptation.
And lead us not into temptation,
But deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from
For
evil.
thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the
And
kingdom,
the power.
and the power,
And the glory.
and the glory,
Forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Just bless Israel. Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Hashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua,
Barakmanawa.
Barakmanawa,
Wayasha'ala.
Wayasha'ala,
Waha.
Wahab,
Bayan Saparian.
Bayan Sapari,
Barak.
Barak,
Rapa'ah.
Rapa'ah,
Magan.
Magan,
Hagan.
Hagan,
All Israel.
all Israel,
Hashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Wadaman.
Amen. All right, what we said in the English. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahushua,
in the name of Yahushua,
bless us
bless us
and Israel
and Israel
and the school.
and the school.
Bless,
Bless,
heal,
heal,
shield,
shield,
protect.
protect.
And in the name of Yahushua,
In the name of Yahushua,
thank you, so be it.
thank you, so be it.
This is Hakat, the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem,
Yahushua.
Yahushua,
Babakashah.
Babakashah,
Thundernawa.
the Thundernawa,
Hakat.
Hakat,
Hakat.
Hakat,
Larpa'ah.
Larpa'ah,
Kamakala.
Kamakala,
Waka. So like Waka Manawa.
Wakamanawa,
Hakat.
Hakat,
So like Latahar.
Latahar,
Ha-Matzazarian.
Ha-Matzazarian.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Lahakayam.
Lahakayam.
Hamatyam.
Hamatyam.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Al-Rakawath.
Al-Rakawath.
Hatamahala.
Hatamahala.
Lagarshan.
Lagarshan.
Bashim Yahushua.
Bashim Yahushua.
Wadaman.
Wadaman.
The prayer for the power in the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Aninya.
Aninya.
Al.
Al.
Haharim.
Haharim.
Mahayan.
Mahayan.
Yabaha.
Yabaha.
Azaria.
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 La'ain.
La'ain.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
So like Asha.
Asha.
Shamayim.
Shamayim.
Raharatazah.
Raharatazah.
Al Yatan.
Al Yatan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al Yanawam.
Al Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'a.
La'a.
Hanawam.
Hanawam.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazaka.
Tazaka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyanka.
Yamyanka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'a.
La'a.
Yakanka.
Yakanka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Malahala.
Malahala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makarai.
Makarai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Hatat Napushka.
And Napushka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'aka.
Taza'aka.
Waba Wahaka.
Wahaka.
Ma'ata.
Ma'ata.
Wa'ab. Alawam.
Alawam.
Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From which cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee.
Will not slumber.
Will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
From all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth
And even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al Damayat Laka.
Al Damayat Laka.
Al Takarash.
Al Dakarash.
Wa'al.
Wa'al.
Tashakwat.
Tashakwat.
Al.
Al.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Ana.
Ana.
Awaya Awaya Bayaka.
Awaya Bayaka.
Aya Hama.
Ayakamah.
Yawan,
Yawan.
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash.
Al, Amaka,
Amaka.
Ya'araya, Ya'arayamwa,
Ya'arayamah.
Sawada,
Sawada.
Ya'ata,
Wayada.
Ya'atazawa,
Ya'atazawa.
Al, Tazapawatka,
Tazabawaka.
Al-Mawa,
Amawa.
Lakawa,
Lakawa.
Wanakat Yadam,
Wanakakidam.
Magawa'a,
Magaya'a.
Wala'a,
Wala'a.
Yazarka,
Yazarka.
Shamyasha'ala,
Shamyasha'ala.
Awada,
Awada.
Kaya,
Kaya.
Nawa Atazawa,
Naya Azawa.
Laba,
Laba.
Lakwat Yakatwa,
Lakatwa.
Al Yaka,
Alekar.
Barya,
Barya.
Yakardwa,
Yakarwa.
Al Yaya,
Al-Yaya.
Adawam,
Adawam.
Wa, Yashamai, why, I'm gonna bring it up. Why Yeshamai,
Wayashma.
Alayim,
Alayim.
Mawa Abba,
Mawa'aba.
Wahagarium,
Wahagarium.
Gabal,
Gabal.
Wa'amawan,
Wa'amawan.
Wa'amalak,
Wa'amalak.
Palashat,
Palashat.
I'm bring it up. I'm Yeshabaya,
Yashabaya.
Tazawur,
Tazawur.
Gam, Gam,
Gam.
Ashawur,
Ashawur.
Nalawa,
Nalawa.
Aman,
Amam.
Hayawa,
Hayawa.
Zarwa, Zarwa, I'm bring it up. Zarawa,
Zarawa.
Labanya,
Labanya.
Lawat,
Lawat.
Salah,
Salah.
Ashalaham,
Ashalaham.
Kamanya,
Kamanya.
Kasaya,
Kasaya.
Sahara,
Sahara.
Kayabanya,
Kayabanya.
Banakal,
Banakal.
Kayashwan,
Kayashwan.
Nasha Manwa,
Nashamanwa.
Ba'ayan,
Ba'awan.
Dahara,
Dahara.
Hayawa,
Hayawa.
Daman,
Daman.
La'adama,
La'adama.
Shayadamwa,
Shayatamwa.
Nada,
Nada.
Hamawa,
Hawa.
Kahara,
Kahara.
Wakazahaba,
Wakazahaba.
Wakazabak,
Wakazahaba.
Wakatazamana,
Wakatazamana.
Cow,
Ka.
Nasa, Nasa Yakmuwa,
Nasa Yakmawa.
Yashar, Ashar,
Ashar.
Amawo,
Amawa.
Naya,
Naya.
Naya, Rasha,
Naya Rasha.
Lanawa,
Lamawa.
Ata,
Ata.
Nawat,
Nawat.
Na'awat,
Nawa.
Allahayim,
Alahaya.
Allahaya,
Alahaya.
Shayat Demwa,
Shayatamwa.
Kagaya Galia,
Kagaya Gaya.
Kakash,
Kakash.
Lapanya,
Lapanya.
Raka,
Raka.
Kaash,
Kaash.
Taba Araya, Taba Araya,
Tabaraya.
Wayakala Abba,
Wayakala Abba.
Talahat,
Talahat.
Harayim,
Harayim.
Khan,
Khan.
Tarak Atma,
Tarak Ramah,
Masa Araka,
Masaraka,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapunka,
Wabanka,
Wapunka, Tabahalam,
Dabaharam,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Palawan,
Palawan,
Waya,
Waya,
Bakwashwa,
Bakwasha,
Shemka,
Shemka,
Yahawa,
Yahweh,
Yabashwa,
Yabasha,
Wa'a,
Wa'a,
Mahawa,
Mahawa,
Adi Aid,
Adi,
Waha,
Waha,
Kaparawa,
Kapara,
Wa'ai,
Wa'ai,
Abadwa,
Abadwa,
Wahai,
Wahai,
Da Iowa,
the Iowa,
Kayata,
Kayata,
Shemka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahweh,
Wabatka,
Wabarka,
Alawan,
Alawan,
Al-Kaha Harataza.
Al-Kahah Haraza. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence. Keep not thy silence. O Yahweh. O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace. Hold not thy peace. And be not still. And be not still. O Yahweh. O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. Thine enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee. And they that hate thee. Have lifted up their head. Have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel. They have taken crafty counsel. Against thy people. Against thy people. And consulted against thy enemy. And consulted against thy enemy. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation. And let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Israel, may be no more remembered. May be no more remembered. For they have consulted together. With one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarenes. Of Gabal. And Ammon. And Amalek. The children of Lot. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them. As unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. At the brook of Kisan. Which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb. And like Zaeb. Yea. All their princes. As Zabah. And as Zalmunna. Who said. Let us take to ourselves. The houses of Yahweh. In possession. Almighty Yahweh. Make them like a wheel. As the stubble before the wind. As the fire burneth the wood. As a flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest. And make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. O Yahweh. Let them be confounded. And troubled forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know. That thou. Whose name alone is Yahweh. Art the most high. Over all the earth. That was it. Turn face to front. All right. Be seated. Go ahead and start it off in the Hebrew song.
Come on, concept.
Yad. Yahweh, Alahaya, Ban, Tesha, Ayam, Shana, Wata, Sha'a, Sinayam, Waya, Ra'a, Yahweh, Abarim, Waya, Amar, Alawa, Anaya, Allah, Shadaya, Hatan, Halak, Lepa, Naya, Wahaya, Tamaya. Verse 2. Wa'a, Taha, Wa'a, Tana, Bara, Yantaya, Baya, Naya, Waba, Yanak, Wa'a, Rabba, Ayata, Bama'a, Ma'a, verse 3. Waya Pala, Abar, Allah, Pana Yawa, Wayada Bara, Ata Wa, Alahaya, La'a Mura, verse 4. Anaya, Hanaha, Baraya Taya, Atak, Wahayayata, La'aba, Hamawan, Goyam, verse 5. Wala'a, Yakwariya, Awad, Ata, Washan, Shimana, Abaram, Wahaya, Shemak, Raham, Kaya, Abba, Mahamana, Gawayam, Nata, Yakat, 6, verse 6. Wahapara, Tewa, Atak, Bama Ada, Ma'ad, Wala Tetaya Kak, Laga Riyam, Wama Laka Salaki, Wama Lakayim, Mamak, Wataza Awa, verse 7. Waha Kwama Thawa Ata, Baraya Taya, Baya Naya, Wabayana, Salaki, Zara Aka, Rayak, Ladara Tam, Laba Rayath, Awalam, Yahaya Wata, Lakat. La'alahayim. Walazarah Tzak. Akarayak. Salaki.
All right,
Come on,
let's get it in English.
Come on. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 17, verse 1. And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, the Lord appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am the Almighty Yahweh. Walk before me and be thou perfect.
All right, read that again.
Come on, sir. Book of Genesis.
I didn't mean to stop you. Go ahead and read it all the way through.
Come on, sir. Verse 2. And I will make my covenant between me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly. Verse 3. And Abram fell on his face, and Yahweh talked with him, saying, verse 4. As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. Verse 5. Neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham. For a father of many nations have I made thee. Verse 6. And I will make thee exceedingly fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee. Verse 7. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee, and the generations of the everlasting covenant, to be a God unto thee, and to thy seed after thee. Come on, God.
Most High Christ. Let's get that again from the top.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 17, verse 1. And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, the Lord appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am the Almighty Yahweh. Walk before me and be thou perfect.
You said walk before him and be what?
Be thou perfect.
You understand? This is how you know the Christians don't know nothing about the Bible.
Right.
They say, well, nobody's perfect. But what did the Lord tell Abram?
Come on, sir. He said, be thou
He
perfect.
said, be thou perfect. He gave him an order. You understand? He didn't make a request. He didn't hope for Abraham to be perfect. He gave him an order to be perfect. Walk before me and be thou perfect. You understand? Read on.
Come on, sir. Verse 2. And I will make my covenant between me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly.
And of course, we all know that Abram had, he was the father of many peoples on the earth. You understand? He was the father of the Israelites, who are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He's also the father of the so-called white man, our oppressor, the Caucasian. He's the father of the Ishmaelites. You understand? All the Arab nations. So Abraham, you understand, built up a pretty, he definitely, the Lord made good on his promise to Abraham.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
Come on, sir. Verse 3. And Abram fell on his face, and Yahweh talked with him, saying,
and it says, and Abram fell on his face. You understand? What does that mean? That doesn't mean that he face planted. You understand? Like you see in ridiculousness. What happened was Abram was so moved and humbled by what the Most High is doing for him that he fell on his face. You understand? Like I've had situations since I've been in the UPK where I've been so moved because of what the Most High did for me,
right,
that I fell on my face. Right. You understand? So and then other brothers can relate in the UPK. You understand? Brothers, it's brothers that got out of prison. You understand? When the Lord showed favor to them, serving the Lord in the ISUPK.
That's right.
When they get that release date, brother, those type of things, do things like that. You understand? Christians, they fall on their face just because the sound, the music just hitting today.
Right, right.
They in church, pastor talking that smack, and that music hitting, Next thing you know, they shooking and jiving and twerking all down the aisle. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean, that ain't the spirit of the Lord, man.
Right.
And the Lord saying he gonna make a covenant between me and thee. But you know what I mean, he considered Abraham to be his friend. You understand? Can you imagine being a friend of the Most High? Being considered a friend. To the point where he made a covenant with Abraham. You understand? That covenant got passed down to the 12 tribes of Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Read on.
Come on, sir. Verse 4. As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee.
He said, behold, my covenant is with you, Abraham. You understand? You the one that I'm plugged in with. The Most High didn't mess with nobody else on the earth, not a single soul. And when I say mess with, I mean, you know, he wasn't cool with him. He wouldn't mess, you know, trying not to say the F word. You understand? He wasn't rolling with them. But Abraham came along, he was like, man, you know what, this cat right here, he's something else, man. This cat right here down for me. So I'm gonna be down for him. You understand? Read on.
Come. And thou shalt be a father of many nations.
Of what?
Of many
You
nations.
understand? He's the father of many different nationalities. You understand? You got many different breaks off of what Abraham raised up. You understand? You look at it today, you got Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, you got the 12 tribes of Israel. You understand? Then he got all the Ishmaelites. You know, he's the father of them nations as well. You understand? The Edomites, he's the father of them as well. You understand? So Abraham, he definitely became a father of many nations.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
Come, sir. Verse 5. Neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham.
You said, read it again.
Come. Verse 5. Neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham.
Now, what's the significance of this? What's the significance of this? I'm sure every brother in this room can relate to this. Go ahead.
When you're in the world and you come into the truth and you shed yourself and you get your Hebrew name.
Right. So this is like Abraham coming into the truth at 99 years old. You understand? That right there let you know it ain't never too late to come to the truth. If the Lord called you, if the Lord chooses you, he chooses you.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
Come, sir. For a father of many nations have I made thee.
Go ahead.
Verse 6. And I will make thee exceedingly fruitful.
You understand? That's what he did. He made Abraham exceedingly fruitful. Not just with the kids, but he was a rich man as well. You understand? He just inherited the whole earth from the most high power of the universe, of all of existence. You understand? Read on.
Come. And I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee.
And what?
And kings shall come out of thee.
You understand? He's talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. We them kings that came out of Abraham.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
Come, sir. Verse 7. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee.
He says, I will establish my covenant. Is he talking about religion? At what point in this Bible does it mention religion?
Right.
Because all the way back in Abraham, is this a religion that we getting into? This sounds like a contract, a legally binding document.
Right.
You understand? That's what's going down. He says, read it again.
Come, sir. Verse 7. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee.
We have a Zondervan Bible dictionary in the room. Maybe in the closet.
Come.
Don't worry about it. You know, what is go ahead and get it. What is a covenant? Go ahead, Doc.
An agreement made, a contract.
Correct. You understand? That's what a covenant is. You understand? Now, who is he giving this covenant to?
Salaki, sir, if I may.
Go ahead.
He's giving it to Abraham.
Giving it to Abraham. You understand? So here's how you know the Christian church is a liar, right? What is something they say in the Christian church? What's one of the things they always love to say? You just hear them. Go ahead.
It's like, sir, they say everybody can be saved.
Say everybody can be saved. God loves everybody. Every nation. All men are created equal. All of that bullshit. You know. All of that. You understand? But who is the Lord giving this covenant to? He's giving it to Abraham. You understand? Was Abraham the only human being on this earth? Nah. He was not the only human being. In fact, he had a cousin that was his nephew, or no, I was his nephew. He had a nephew that lived in Sodom and Gomorrah. You understand? So here's the deal, man. The Lord skipped over everybody on the planet. Right. Every human soul on the earth, and picked Abraham and said, you know what, man? This little earth, this little globe I created right here with all these people on it, man, I'm gonna give that to you one day, man. Your children gonna inherit that. You understand? Read on.
Come on, son. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee in the generations for an everlasting covenant.
So read that part again.
Come on, son. Between me and thee, and thy seed.
And thy what?
And thy seed.
And thy what?
And thy seed.
See, that right there tells you specifically. That's talking about the covenant is going to be made with him and his children. Right. You understand? It's going to be an inheritance that's going to get passed down. You understand?
Come on, son.
Read on.
After thee, in generations, for an everlasting covenant.
For what covenant?
An everlasting covenant.
Not covenant that's going to be redone.
Everlasting covenant.
This covenant is an everlasting covenant. Right. You understand? This is an everlasting covenant. This ain't something that's going to get swapped out, you understand, in a couple thousand years to let everybody take part in it.
Right.
What sense do that make? You understand? If you got kids and you passing down inheritance to your kids, are you going to change? Are you going to put a clause in there at some point and be like, you know what? You know, I'm not, instead of giving my inheritance to my kids, I'm just giving it to everybody. I'm just going to donate it back to the state. Is that how things go?
Lost.
Nah, man. You pass it down to your kids, and it's an everlasting covenant. You understand? It's everlasting. You understand?
Come on.
Go ahead.
Come on, sir. To be a God unto thee.
To be a what?
A God unto thee.
Read it the way we read it in the UPK.
To be
power.
To be the power unto thee.
To be a power unto thee. You understand? The word God means power or authority.
Right.
You understand? He is a power unto us. You understand? Read on.
And to thy seed after thee.
And to thy seed. That's why the Bible calls the Most High the Holy One of Israel. It doesn't call him the Holy One of the earth, the Holy One of mankind. Right. What's some other words? He's not the God of everybody. He is not the God of our oppression. He is not their God. They are going to one day bow to him, but the Most High is not their power.
Right.
You understand? The Most High is our power. You understand? He is our God. You understand?
Okay.
Like the Chinese man, he got a Chinese God that he worships. The difference is his God don't exist. You understand? That's why you had all the stories in the Bible about the prophets where the prophets was making it rain fire out the sky on them heathens. You understand? So with that, we're gonna call up the next one.
Come on, sir.
All right, let me get Kazak.
Kazak Shapar, Ban Yahawah, Ban Yasharala.
Kazak
Shapar, Ban Yahawah, Ban Yasharala.
How about Shem Yahushua Barakatham?
How about Shem Yahushua Barakatah?
All right, let me see it.
Mathathaya. Ka. Wa'azara'aka. Ata. Aka. Akaraka. Ath. Arataza. Magara. Yaka. Ath. Go. Arataza. Kana'a. Kana'anan. La'atha. Zaha. Latha. Aralam. Waha. Wahayaya. Thaya. Awam. Awawam. Lawam. La'a. Laha. Yam. Wa'aha ma'ra. Allah. Allaha yam. Aw. Abraham. Wa'athaha. Ath. Baraya tha'ya. The Shamar. Ataha. Waza. Ra'ak. Akara. Ya'ak. Lada. Ratham. Verse 10. Za'ath. Baraya. Thaya. Ashar. The Shema. Wawa. Bawanaya. Wabaya. Naya. Come. Waba. Yan. Zara. Arka. Aka. Rayak. Hama. Wal. Wala. Lakam. Call. Zakar. Verse 11. Wana. Mala. Thumb. Atha. Bashar. Arala. Thakam. Waha. Yaha. La'a. Wath. Bara. Yath. Baya. Naya. Waba. Yana. Wakam. Verse 12. Waba. Wabanan. Shamadnath,
Oh, slack.
Yamayam, Yamawala, Lakam, Kal, Zakar, Lada, Ratha, Yakam, Yala, Yada, Barath, Wama, Wanath, Kasab, Makal, Ban, Nakar, Ashar, Bath, sorry, La, La'a, Mazar, Ra'ak, Hawa'a, verse 13, Hama, Walal, Hama, Walal, Yama, Walal, Yala, Yada, Bayatha, Wama, Wanath, Kabasaka, Waha, Yatha, Baraya, Thaya, Baba, Sharakam, Ladba, Raya, Ratha, Awalam, verse 14, Wa'i, Rala, Zakar, Ashar, La'a, Yamawal, Af, Bashar, Aralathaya, Aralathawa, Wana, Kara, Thayaha, Hana, Pasha, Haha, Wa'a, Ma'ai, Mayaha, Af, Bara, Baraya, Thaya, Hapa, Ra. Again, sir.
All right, let's go ahead and get into English.
Genesis 17, verse 8. And I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan, for everlasting possession, and I will be their God. And God said unto Abraham, thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore thou and thy seed after thee in their generations. Verse 10, this is my covenant which ye shall keep between me and you, and thy seed after thee. Every man-child among you shall be circumcised, and ye shall be circumcised the flesh of thy foreskin, and it shall be a token of the covenant betwixt me and you. Verse 12, and he that is the 8th day old shall be circumcised among you, every man-child in your generations. He that is born in the house or bought with money of any stranger, which is not of thy seed. Verse 13, he that is born in thy house and he that is bought with thy money must needs be circumcised. And my covenant shall be in your flesh for an everlasting covenant. Verse 14, And the uncircumcised man child whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people. He hath broken my covenant.
All right, start from the beginning one more time.
It's kind of a God. Verse 8, and I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and I will be their power.
So the Lord in this covenant, not only does He give you His people, these people, our people, inheritance of the whole world, but even during this time, He gave us a specific land that He considered to be ours, that He gave to Abraham.
Oh God!
You understand? He says that in this land we're in, He said, "Thou art a stranger." You understand? Because that land is called the land of Canaan. But all of that land, the Lord didn't give it to Canaan. He gave that land. That's just Canaan just living there. But the whole earth belongs to the Most High. He can do with the land as He pleases. You understand? And this land right here, you understand, He gave that to Abraham. Abraham the one supposed to have that, not Canaan. Read on.
Verse 9, and God said unto Abraham,
Read on from where it says, in all the land of Canaan. In verse 8.
Yes, sir. And the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession.
For what?
Everlasting possession.
For temporary possession.
Everlasting possession.
Until you die.
Everlasting possession.
This is an everlasting possession. I mean, this land belongs to you and your children. Forever. You understand?
Oh, God.
Read on.
And I will be their power.
He says, I will be their power. Talking about the descendants of Abraham, the ones that inherit this inheritance. Read on.
And God said unto Abraham, thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore thou and thy seed after thee in their generations.
You understand? So the Lord did a beautiful thing for the children of Israel. Set us up before we was even thought about. You understand? Read on.
Verse 10, this is my covenant, which ye shall keep between me and you and thy seed after thee. Every man child among you shall be circumcised.
It says, every man child among you shall be circumcised. You understand? A man child, of course, just means a male child. You have a boy. You understand? It says they shall be circumcised. You understand? That's a Hebrew tradition. You understand? The whole, and what's the point of that circumcision is not the trimming of the rod. The point in that circumcision is the education, the learning of the law, statutes, and commandments, the learning of that covenant, the circumcision of your heart from turning away from the old mess, eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, and sleeping with white women and other heathens. You understand? To serving the Most High. You understand? Read on.
Verse 10. Was it verse 10? Verse 11. Verse 11. And ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin.
And it says, and ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin. So it was also a custom, of course it was a custom for us to do that. You understand? That's an Israelite thing. That ain't a medical practice. That is an Israelite thing. You understand? That is what blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have been doing for thousands of years. You understand? And we've been doing it at the order of the Most High.
That's right.
You understand? You understand? Read on.
And it shall be a token of the covenant betwixt me and you.
It says, and it shall be a token of the covenant betwixt me and you. You understand? It's basically like, how can I put this? It's kind of almost like a mark saying that you rolling with me. You understand? Like how when you join the blood gang, you wear a red bandana. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's kind of what that means. It's the token of the covenant. Read on.
Verse 12. And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you.
You understand? So we had a specific time period where our children was getting circumcised. And it says on the 8th day, that male child was to be circumcised. Read on.
Every man child in your generations.
Every man child in all your generations, all throughout the children of Israel.
Okay.
You understand? You all gonna keep this covenant. Read on.
He that is born in the house
Go ahead.
or bought with money of any stranger, which is not of thy seed.
So that means that, you know, whether he is your family member or someone that you hired, he is to be of this covenant. You understand? Read on.
Verse 13. He that is born in thy house and he that is bought with thy money must needs be circumcised. And my covenant shall be in your flesh for an everlasting covenant.
Temporary covenant.
Everlasting
So
covenant.
there you go right there. It's like people always talking about the Old Testament is done away with. But when you read the Old Testament, it got words like everlasting. You understand? But how many times we done read the word everlasting just today? At least about 3 or 4 or 5 times. Does that mean that the Most High lied 3, 4, or 5 times? Or do that just mean Christians don't understand the goddamn Bible?
That's right. They don't understand.
You understand? Read on.
What's it? And my covenant shall be in your flesh for an everlasting covenant. Verse 14. And the uncircumcised man child, whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people.
You understand? Now, that was always a custom of Israel. You understand? And, you know, that's a custom amongst the ISUPK. You understand? And see, here's the thing, you know, the Native Americans even had that custom. You understand? Where if you did certain things that you did, where you had to leave. You had to go. You got to go or you getting your head cut off.
Right.
You understand? And so, you know, a lot of people don't know the history of the North American Indian tribes, but that's how so many tribes became, you understand? That's how a lot of these tribes became different tribes. You know, you might have Cherokee, Comanche, what's the one in North Carolina? I can't think of the name of it. But you got a lot of different tribes that was all in the same area. You understand? And all of them were at one point one tribe. You understand? But you had things that happened throughout the centuries where brothers was getting kicked out. You understand? And brothers was coming together and they had to survive. They wasn't just going to live out in the woods by themselves and just wander.
Okay.
You know? So that's how so many other tribes end up coming up amongst the Native Indians. That's always been a custom. You don't want to get down with the get down, you got to go. You understand? Read on.
He hath, that soul shall be cut off from his people. He hath broken my covenant.
So, and see, that's what we don't want to do. We don't want to break that covenant.
Right.
You understand? We in a time right now, as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, where the Lord is letting us slide for not being on that covenant. You understand? But that window of opportunity is going to close.
Right.
You understand? That window of opportunity is going to close. And we in the ISUPK telling you that this covenant is everlasting. So whether you like it, care about it, want to get down with it or not, you is a part of this covenant. And you're going to get in where you fit in, whether that means you serving the Most High or you get put to death.
Right.
You understand? That's what that means. So whether you care, the Most High, I don't care that you are atheist. The Most High don't care that you spiritual. You understand? That you Muslim, that you Christian, that you if the Most High crack the sky open today, Christians will go to war with them.
Right.
If Yahushua came back, Christians will try to have him dead.
Wow.
They'll try to kill him dead.
God.
You understand? Because they hate us when we on the street.
That's right.
So you know, Yahweh said if they hated you, they know they hated me first.
Right.
You understand? They'll try to have that man murdered if Yahweh came back today. You understand? The Most High don't care about none of that. You understand? He care about that covenant. You understand? Just like, you know, one of the captains broke down to me a long time ago, said the Most High is a gangster. You understand? You ever borrow money from a gangster? You in a covenant with that gangster. You understand? You better pay them funds. You pay them funds, hey. We're good to go, man. You get whatever you need from me. Second you slack on that payment, you know I'm gonna have to break your legs, right? You understand? You know I'm gonna have to crack your head open, right? Alright? You understand? The Most High gonna come see about you. That's where that whole spirit come from. We his children. You understand? So that's how the Most High get down. He ain't no punk.
That's right.
He say that's an everlasting covenant. Whether you believe in it or not. You know what I mean? You better hope you believe in it. That's what that means. You better hope. The Most High ain't got the hope on you.
Right.
The Most High just look at it like, oh, okay, I ain't no sweat. You don't want to get down with it. Okay. Oh, you believe in everybody. You think I love everybody. Oh, okay, no sweat. So you mad at me because I chose you above them. Oh, okay. Then break his legs. Break his legs. Break his arm too. You understand? Matter of fact, just kill him. Just take him out. Get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? Put him back in the factory. We're gonna redispense this mother. You understand? Most High gonna redispense your behind. You understand? Because this covenant is everlasting, man. You know what I mean? That's a two-edged sword. It's a good thing and a bad thing for a lot of Israelites. You understand? Of course, it's all good. But for some of y'all brothers and sisters, this is gonna be bad. When you find out that what the UPK been teaching this whole time been 1,000% correct. You understand? This covenant is everlasting, man. What the Lord laid down with Abraham, the same thing he laid down with Moses. Them are things that we have to live by. You want to know why? Because the Lord brought us out of Egypt 4,000 years ago. You know what I mean? The Lord delivered us out of captivity. We was getting treated like second-class citizens. We was being oppressed. We was being locked in cages. We was being beaten. We was being starved. We was addicted to drugs. We was victims of black-on-black violence. You understand? We was in gangs. We lived in the projects. We was destroyed. We had baby mama drama. You understand? And guess what? We had sellouts. We had coons. And we had brothers that was down for the Most High. You understand? And them brothers that was down with the Most High, it started out just Moses and Aaron. Just them two brothers. You understand? Just them two. Can you imagine? If it was just Commander General Yohanan and General Muhammad and the whole nation of Israel, and we done got about this joint, and now it's up to them to lead us. Can you imagine if it was just them two? You understand? You think about all the work which you say that you think about what you sacrifice. You understand the amount of things that you sacrifice, the amount of time that you put in. You understand? And then you look back and think about Moses and Aaron. Think about what they had to do. You understand? Think about what they had to go through. You understand? You think the Most High is going to honor what Moses and Aaron did by cracking our heads when we fall short.
Right.
You understand? Because it's only right. Otherwise, what Moses and Aaron did meant nothing. You understand? That means Moses and Aaron, you know what I mean? That mean them brothers that could have went back to Egypt, they should have just went ahead and went back. What was the point in the Lord destroying Egypt if it wasn't an everlasting covenant?
Right.
You understand? And guess what? Even Pharaoh and them was like, where's your God? Ain't no God. I'm your God.
Right.
Even Pharaoh was saying that your God don't exist. Your God ain't real. I got magic too. You understand? Just like how you got all these people talking about, man, you know, y'all ain't got the truth. We got the truth too. You understand? Just like all of that, man. All that was going on in Egypt too. And all the things we was going through in Egypt was a carbon copy of what we're going through today. The Bible says no longer, in that day, no longer shall he be known as for delivering us out of Egypt. But in that day, he going to be known for delivering us out of America. You understand? And guess what? Just like in Egypt, a lot of black people don't feel like we in slavery. They feel like we not being oppressed. Still, to this day. To this day. Like Deontay Wilder say, to this day. Still don't believe we oppressed. You understand? And guess what? If America collapsed tomorrow, falling apart as we walking out this jump, they gonna be like, but the 4th of July cookout. It's gonna be this weekend, man. It's gonna be lit. I'm trying to be there, man. I ain't trying to be walking through this long desert that just appeared in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. I ain't trying to rock with that. I'm trying to go back. You know what I mean? It's New Year's Eve, man. I'm trying to get it in. You understand? It's Thanksgiving tomorrow, man. Y'all trying to leave? You mean to tell me y'all gonna pass up Thanksgiving to go walk through the desert that just appeared out of nowhere in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean? You know what I mean? There's gonna be people just like that. Just like how it's no different than the ones that we hand a flyer to as soon as they see that God don't love everybody, he only loves you. God loves white people. God loves Chinese. If God loves Chinese people, why they croaking right now? You understand? Why they over there dissolving with coronavirus right now? You understand? If God loves everybody. You understand? God's showing you right now that he is a gangster. You understand? He's showing you right now. You think you're gonna have, man, listen. You know, I don't know what the UPK official stance is on this statement yet. You know, I missed a couple classes, but Donald Trump is boasting majorly about that coronavirus and Easter Sunday. Talking about having the country open on Easter. Talking about, yeah, it'll be a beautiful thing. It'll be a great victory. You know, I just think it'll be so wonderful if the country is back open by Easter Sunday. I'm like, man, the Lord is going, if they open up their country on Easter Sunday, it's going to be 1 million new cases of coronavirus in the United States in 24 hours. Go ahead.
It's like, I was just gonna say, I don't want. It's been on the news and the articles. It's been tons of pastors just popping up dead. I'm talking about. It was one pastor. He said the coronavirus it's just a host by the American government, and he died from the coronavirus. 3 pastors all just died from the coronavirus.
The corona. That ain't what you wanna. Good night. See, the Lord, man, listen. That's why when we did that video of us passing out the drinks, that's why I made it a point to put in there why your Christian churches close their doors. You know, and every person I'm talking to the world, they, you know, a lot of them is starting to get a lot more receptive to UPK now.
Oh yeah.
You notice that?
Oh yeah.
And then I always bring up, and the churches is closed. And they be like, damn, you right. They is closed. Yeah, we out here working. What that mean?
Right.
You think the work, if what they doing is really the work of the Most High, would they be closed right now?
Right.
When people need the Most High.
Right.
Okay.
You think they would be closed right now? Can you imagine UPK was like, nah, we're not passing out shit. That seemed like something them IUIC cats would do.
Right.
Like they wouldn't give a brother a bottle of water in Atlanta. You about to fight the whole camp over that bottle of water. You understand? But you know, just think about that, man. The Lord is a gangster. He made he made this covenant whether you believe it, like it, or not. Who cares? That's irrelevant. What you think is irrelevant. You understand? What's relevant is the words in that covenant.
Damn right.
You understand? Just think about it. Like you sign up for them credit cards. How many times you just signed up for a credit card and ain't read the fine print? You understand? And still had to suffer them consequences. Yeah, it's just like that. Just like that. The fine print is in the Bible. Go ahead and pick it up.
Right.
Go and come to class, find out what that covenant is.
Right.
Because that's what you're going to be held accountable to. Go ahead and find out what the terms and agreement is in this contract that our forefathers signed. You understand? And then get down with it, man. You understand? Because the Lord, through this contract, we're going to inherit the whole earth, man.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead, Doc.
It's like so I was gonna just say, we see what's happening now if you don't keep up your end of the contract.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You understand? Oh, yeah. And one of the things I be telling people all the time is that coronavirus, it's like a rich man disease. To be honest with you. You know, now it's brothers and sisters starting to catch it. You know what I mean? It's a lot of brothers and sisters starting to catch it now. You know, and all the people was talking about, oh, black people can't get it. Oh, yeah, you can. Oh, yeah. Now, I've been hearing mixed reports. I've been hearing people saying it's been causing heart problems for some people. You understand? Like y'all heard that too? Go ahead.
If I could, sir, they were saying that it starts with the upper respiratory.
Right.
And I was talking to a sister down there in Louisiana. One of her closest friends, her son had died because all he wanted to do was continue to smoke weed, smoke like a miles, and he ended up catching it. And within 24 hours, you know, he was dead.
Damn.
Yeah, within 24 hours he was dead, and that's, I mean, like, it just goes back to, you know, like going back to the scriptures as far as keeping that covenant, you know, like not, you know, breaking the law, statutes, and commandments, and of course, you know, us Israel, you know, we just love to smoke that weed. We just love to smoke. And the Most High is definitely going to continue to deal with us if we don't come back to, you know, to the realization that, you know, we are the Most High chosen people. And it's like getting spanked, you know, I mean, like, it's kind of like getting, you know, like spanked, you know, like as a child, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like, you know, we are definitely dying, you know, like behind this.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Slugger, sir, also are the one I seen a couple of cases where the coronavirus had killed some homosexual lovers. It was like it was a homosexual guy and his lover, but one of them died, and the guy was like, my husband was perfectly healthy, but coronavirus wiped him out. And then it was a nurse, a male nurse who was a homosexual. He died too from the coronavirus.
Good.
And it was a sister. She was sharing herself in the bed, but she was a lesbian. And she was like, I got coronavirus right now. She said, it just feel like I can't breathe, but I'm just like, shh.
Well, you sodomites getting tagged up, ain't you? You know what I'm saying? You know, the Lord is not playing, man. Lord is not playing. You understand? And you know what? If all this gets said and done, and you run and tuck tail and go to that Christian church on Easter Sunday, expect something devastating. You understand? That's all I can say. Because that's going to be a disaster. Ain't no way in hell everybody who done had the coronavirus done healed from it and it done passed by Easter Sunday. Go ahead,
So like, so it's a church in Greenville. A sister was telling me about, she was talking like she had the coronavirus. Because she couldn't breathe. She was talking. She was like, you know, I'm just trying to tell you about this and that. She was like, yeah, I talked to this this African guy, and we was going to church together. And she was like, and my sister went to the first service that they had at the church. She said they was going to go to the other one. She said, but they didn't go. They went to the first service. She said, but when they left, the people that came in for the second sermon, majority of everybody in there had got tested positive for corona.
In the church?
In the church. She told me this.
This was in Greenville?
This was she told me this Thursday. This was in Greenville, a lot of one.
So a whole entire church just tested positive for coronavirus.
She said it's been, not the church, the whole church, but she said it was multiple people, like 11 people so far. And I was like, I ain't seen it on the news. She was like, I know they ain't saying that, but she was like, her sister was the one that called her and told her about it. She was like, they went to the church first because they had 3, because they was, they closing down the churches. So she said the pastor was having 3 sermons. She said her sister was gonna go to the second one, but they just went ahead and went to the first one. So they went to the first one and went home, and they said somebody came into the second sermon, they had the coronavirus.
In the church.
In the church.
Passing it on. They call it somebody called it the beverage. Somebody passing around the beverage. That's funny, man. I mean, it ain't funny, but it's funny. Somebody called it the beverage.
It's like it's like a puff pass.
Passing around the beverage. Right. Good night. You understand? The Most High is not playing right now. You understand? The Most High is not playing. You understand? And the thing is that that's why it's so important, man. If you're not in the ISUPK, it's important to get into the ISUPK, man. You understand? Because here's the deal, man. The ISUPK is, in a minute, it's going to be the only hope for black people, man.
Right.
It's going to be the only hope for Hispanic people and Native Indian people, man. You understand? And with this coronavirus going around, you understand? Now, I will say this. It's a chance they may end up locking the whole state down. You understand? Because, with what you just told me about Greenville, I'm thinking one or two things. They either trying to make it seem like it ain't that big of a deal what's going on in South Carolina, or they paying attention to it and we're going to be locked down pretty soon.
Right.
You understand? Because, it's getting crazy. They already passed the ordinance. So, when was that? Did they pass that ordinance, that 3-day ordinance? 3 people. The 3 people ordinance.
So like, if I can, I think it was last week sometime, around last Sunday or Monday, they passed that only 3 people could, because was that the mayor of Greenville that did it?
That was the governor.
Come.
So how that church was able to have service given this ordinance?
So I think he just did it like willing to break the law and everything.
Yeah. See, that's the thing about them Christians, man. They love white people in all these other nations. And they over there hugging Chinese people and kissing them in the mouth, and then go to Christian church. Damn that. Understand?
Like, sir, if I can, but that's something they say when my ship comes in. I guess the ship just came in.
This shit here. Ding, 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 ding. All right, so
If I could add too, sir, they just said Russia to ban all cross-border travel.
say Russia, all cross-border travel. So they done locked up their whole country. Good night. The whole world shook up. That's the Most High ain't playing.
Gangster style.
The Lord is not playing right now. You understand? All right, so let's go ahead and call it. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and put it on.
Lashiala.
prepare to salute the Torah. How about Shem Yahweh Shabrak Yah?
Yah Bashim Yah Shabrak Yah.
How about Shem Yashabrak Yah?
Yahweh Hashem Yahshabrak Yah.
All right, I'm gonna turn the face to east.
The Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abunau.
Abunau.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kadash.
Kadash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakutka.
Malakutka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Batazaka.
Batazaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Baharataza.
Baharataza.
Hawa.
Hawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bahashemi.
Bahashemi.
Shalagi. Bashim. Shalagi. Bashemayim.
Bashemayim.
Ladananaw.
Ladananaw.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Ka.
Yawam.
Yawam. Basalatnanaw.
Basalatnanaw.
Lahawatnanaw.
Lahawatnanaw.
Kasalatnanaw.
Kasalatnanaw.
Kabawatnanaw.
Kabawatnanaw.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Tabahahanaw.
Tabahahanaw.
Basanawan.
Basanawan.
Abal.
Abal.
Hawashanaw.
Hawashanaw.
Bayan.
Bayan.
Ra. Kaya. Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwa. Wahahala. Wahataparath. Wa'alahayam. Aman.
All right, the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive our debts. And we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
Bless Israel. Yahweh. Hashem Yahusha. Barak Manawa. Bayasha'ala. Bayath. Saparium. Barak. Rapah. Magan. That's all Israel. Hashem Yahusha. Duaraman.
Prayer to bless Israel in the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. Bless. Heal. Shield. Protect. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
So Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Hashem Yahusha. Babakashah. Thundernow. Hakak. Kamakala. Wakamadawa. Latahar. Matzazarian. Lahakayim. Hamakyim. Al-Rakawa. Hatama. Lagarshan. Bashim Yahusha. Wadaman.
The prayer for the power in the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The
power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Ashahaya, it's like Ashahaya,
Ashaya.
Anyanya,
Anyanya.
Al, Haharyam,
Ahar.
Mahayam,
Mahayam.
Habaha,
Abaha.
Azaria,
Azaria.
Azaria,
Azar.
Mahayim,
Mahayim.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Aisha,
Asha.
Shemayim,
Shamayam.
Waharataza,
Waharataza.
Al-Hatan,
Al-Hatan.
Lamawat,
Lamawat.
Ragalka,
Ragalka.
Al-Yanawam,
Ayanawam.
Shamarka,
Shamarka.
Hana,
Hana.
La'a,
La'a.
Hanawam,
Hanawam.
Wala'a,
Wala'a.
Yayashan,
Yayashan.
Shawamor,
Shawamor.
Yasha'ala,
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Shamarka,
Shamarka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Tazalka,
Tazalka.
Al-Yad,
Al-Yad.
Yamyamka,
Yamyamka.
Yawamam,
Yawamam.
Ha-Shamyash,
Hashash.
La'a,
La'a.
Yak-Aka,
Yakaka.
Wa-Yarak,
Wad Yarak.
Malahala,
Malahala.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Yashamarka,
Yashamar.
Wakarai,
Makara.
Yashamar,
Yashamar.
Atat Napushka,
Adat Lapash.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Yashamar,
Yashamar.
Taza Atka,
Tazahaka.
Waba Wahaka,
Waba Wabaka.
Ma'ata,
Ma'ata.
Wa'ai,
Wa'ai.
Al-Walam.
Awalam.
Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help coming from Yahweh.
My help coming from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber nor sleep.
will not slumber nor sleep.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Psalms 83. Alahayim,
Alahaya.
it's like Al-Damaya,
Adamaya.
Laka,
Laka.
Al-Dakarash,
Adarash.
Wa'al,
Wa'a.
it's like Dashakwat,
Dashakwat.
Al,
Ah.
Kayahana,
Kayahana.
Al-Wahabahaka,
Awayamaka.
it's like Hayama,
Hayam.
Yawan,
Yawan.
Rahash,
Rahash.
Al-Amaka,
Al-Amaka.
it's like Arayamwa,
Ya'awayam.
Sawada,
Sawada.
Wa'ata,
Wa'alaka.
Ya'atazawa,
Ya'atazawa.
Al, Tazapawaka,
Tazapawaka.
Amaro,
Amaro.
Lakawa,
Lakawa.
Wanaka Yadam,
Wanakati.
Magaya,
Magaya.
Wala,
Wala.
Yazarka,
Yazarka.
Shamyasha'ala,
Shamyasha'ala.
Awada,
Awada.
Kaya, Nawa Atazawa, Laba, Yakat, so like Yakatwa, Al Yakat, Baryak, Yakot, so like Yakotwa, Al, so like Al Yatya, so like I'm gonna do that one again. Al Yat, so like Al Yat, Al One, Wa, so like Wa, Yashima, Alayim, Ma, so like Ma Wahaba, Waha, so like Wahagari, Gabal, so like I'm a one, I'm a lot, Palashwa, I'm I'm gonna bring it up. I'm Yeshimya, Tazawar, Gam, Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarai, Labinwa, Labanya, what? Salah, Ashalaham, Kamunya, Kasaya, Sahara, Kanyamyan, Banakal, Kayash, one, Nashim Madwa, Bahayan, Yahara, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shayatamwa, Nada, Yam, Mawa, Kaharam, Wakazahaba, Wakatazal, Manai, Cow, Nasak, Nasayak, Mum, Nasayak, Amwa, Asher, Amawa, Naya Arash, Lanawa, Ath, Na'awath, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagaya, Kakash, Lapanya, Raka, Kaash, Tabahaya Araya, Wakalama, Talahat, Haharim, Khan, Tarak Padma, Basa Iraka, Wabasa, Wapatka, Tabahalum, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Waha, Wakwashwa, Shimka, Yahawa, Yabasuwa, Waha, Balahawa, Adyaid, Waha, Kapara, Wahai, Abatwa, Wahai, Da'awa, Kaya, Atta, Shimka, Yahawa, Labatka, Alawan, Alkaha Haratiza.
Psalms 83 in the English.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still,
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee,
And they that hate thee
have lifted up their head.
have lifted up their heads.
They have taken crafty counsel
And they have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people.
and consulted against thy enemies.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel
That the name of Israel
may be no more remembered.
may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom
The tabernacles of Edom
and the Ishmaelites
and the Ishmaelites
of Moab
of Moab
and the Hadarim,
and the Hadarees,
Gebal
Gabal
and Ammon
and Ammon
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Asher also is joined with them.
Asher also was joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kisan,
at the brook of Kison,
which perished their indoors.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a red,
Make their nobles like Oreb,
and like Zael.
and like Zael.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes,
all the princes,
as Zabah,
as Zabah,
and as Zalmunna,
and as Amun,
who said, let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the houses of
the
Yahweh
house of Yahweh
in possession.
in possession.
O my Yahweh,
Oh my Yahweh,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the stumble before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
So persecute them with thy tempest,
and make them afraid with thy storm.
and make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded
let them be confounded
and troubled
and troubled
forever.
forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that they may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
art the most high
are the Most High
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
That was
All right, turn face the front. All right, does anybody want to be anointed?
Come on, son.
All right, let's go ahead and blow this trumpet. All right, go ahead and ship the toy down. All right, salute the brothers. How about All right, so now let's go ahead and get the oil, get the anointing going. So Shaw, you want to get anointed? Anybody else?
son.
All right. So what? Yeah, I'm trying to find that.
I got him over here.
Go, cut. Yabaraki Yahweh,
Yabaraki Yahweh,
Wayashamar,
Wayashamarka,
Ya'or,
Ya'or,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Panyawa,
Punyawa,
Ali,
Alika, Wayakanka, Yasha'ah, Yahawah, Panyawa, Ayaka, Wayashamika, Shalom, Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahusha, Barak, Rapa'ah, Agun, Ba'ashem Yahusha, the water Aman.
What we said in the English, Yahweh, bless thee and keep thee, make his face shine upon thee, and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh, lift up his countenance upon thee, and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, bless, heal, shield, protect. Yabaraki Yahweh.
Wayashamarka,
Yahweh.
Panyawa, Ayaka, Wayakanka, Yasha'ah, Yahawah, Panyawa, Ayaka, Wayashamlika, Shalom, Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahusha, Barak, Rapa'ah, Agun, Ba'ashem Yahusha, the water Aman.
What we said in the English, Yahweh, bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh, make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh, lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, bless, heal, shield, protect. Anyone else? All right. All right, write the class up. Shalom.